Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and welcome to my review of tonight's edition of Smackdown. And I thought tonight's show, though it was a decent show, liked it, but there was a lot of stuff that I enjoyed on the show. So let's get started. The show opened with AJ Styles coming out, saying how he won the U.S. title at MSG, where he defeated Kevin Owens at a house show which happened last Friday. But he talks about how the U.S. title was, overlooked, and that anyone who holds the U.S. title, they deserve it. They deserve the best of it. And then Styles he says that he wants to offer a open challenge for the title. John Cena ends up coming out saying to Styles that he accepts his open challenge. And we thought we were going to get, an open challenge, Cena versus Styles, again, but, this could have been a really good match, but Kevin Owens ends up coming out before the match even starts, before the bell even rings. So Kevin Owens comes out and says, no one wants to see another Styles and Cena match, and that people should care about him win back the United States title. And Owens then says to Cena about why, is he back, and, no one wants to see him, here. And Cena then goes on to say to Owens that he will run through him, and then he's going to run through Styles. And then Rusev just comes out of nowhere into the ring, starts attacking Cena, and, he puts Cena in the camel clutch. So, but overall, it was a good segment with Styles and Cena, and also Kevin Owens. So it was a good opening segment. And then we move on to the first match. It was Jinder Mahal versus Dillinger. It was okay, not great though. But Jinder Mahal, was pretty much dominating through the match. He won the match with the Colossus to Dillinger. Really happy to see Dillinger back. He's been off TV for months now, but really glad that he finally came back in ring action. Just really enjoy Dillinger. He's one of my favorite superstars. But yeah, and then after the match, Jinder gets on the microphone, says that the crowd still disrespects him because he's speaking about the truth, and they cheer for, and he goes on to say that the crowd cheers for Orton, and he ends up telling Orton next week he's bringing the Punjabi prison. So really would like to see how this unfolds next week between Jinder and Orton, leading up to that match at Battleground in 2 weeks. So, but all in all, Jinder Mahal versus Dillinger was okay, not great. And then the next match was Xavier Woods versus Jey Uso. This was a okay match, back and forth between Xavier and Jey. But Xavier Woods got the win with a elbow drop because Jey was tied up in the ropes. So so Xavier Woods got the win. It was an okay match. And then we see Shane McMahon and Naomi backstage. Naomi says to Shane, who will she compete? Who will be her opponent? For her title. Who will take on Naomi for the title. Shane says that at Battleground there will be a 5-way elimination match, and whoever wins that match will face Naomi for the title, for the SmackDown Women's title at SummerSlam. And it was Becky, Charlotte, Tamina, and Natalya, and Lana was there. Then when Shane announces that, he then makes a match for tonight, saying that Becky and Charlotte will take on Tamina and Natalya. And then after they leave, Carmella comes to Shane with the paper from her attorney to reinstate James Ellsworth. And we see Shane look at the paper, and then we just see him rip it up, and pretty much that ended the segment. But it was an enjoyable segment. Then after that, we had Renee Young interviewing Baron Corbin. She interviews him about his response that he made to Nakamura last week. Corbin says that he's afraid of what he's going to do to Nakamura tonight. So it was a little interview with Corbin. And then it was originally supposed to be Shinsuke Nakamura versus Baron Corbin, but we saw Corbin, arguing with some fan, and then just Shinsuke just tries to take him out. They both start brawling. It goes into the crowd. And then we see the refs breaking it up and people in the back, trying to break it up, trying to break up their brawl. So the match never really got started. So it was a alright, cool little brawl between Shinsuke and Corbin. We're probably gonna get to see them face each other at Battleground. So, but it was pretty cool little brawl. And then we saw John Cena and AJ Styles backstage. Styles tells Cena that he's going to hold the U.S. title for a long time. And Cena goes on to say that he's got Styles back in the match tonight. Then after that, we had Tamina and Natalya versus Charlotte and Becky Lynch. It was a pretty good women's match. Back and forth between all of them. Becky Lynch going at it with Tamina and Natalya. But in the end, Tamina and Natalya got the win because Tamina kicked Charlotte. So, but all in all, it was a good women's match. I really liked it. And then we had Maria Kanellis. She was knocking on a locker room door. Out comes Chad Gable, and Maria tells Chad that if he saw Sami Zayn, and Chad says, "Oh no, we haven't seen Sami," and Maria tells him that if Chad sees Sami, he has to apologize to Maria and Mike, to her and Mike. So, but it was that little segment. And then we come back from commercial and we see both Maria and Mike Kanellis backstage. Sami Zayn's there. Sami tells them that he's sick of apologizing to them, and he's apologizing for the last time. And then we see Maria slap Sami. Then Mike Kanellis hits Sami with the vase. So it was a pretty good backstage segment between them. And now we're probably going to get Mike Kanellis versus Sami Zayn at Battleground. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Mike Kanellis making his in-ring debut when that happens. Then we got a Fashion Files promo with Breezango and Zack Ryder and Mojo Rawley. Didn't care for it. So moving on from that. Next match was the main event. John Cena and AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Rusev. Good main event. Back and forth between them. John Cena just going at it, taking out Kevin Owens and Rusev, and also Styles. And then in the end of the match, you had Cena hitting the Attitude Adjustment, or the AA, on Kevin Owens to score the win for him and Styles. So, but it was a good main event. Really really like Cena and Styles, tag teaming together for this match. Then after the match, you had Cena raising Styles, hand, just showing respect to Styles for having the U.S. title on him. So, and that pretty much ended SmackDown tonight. So, but all in all, the main event was good. The show was decent. So it was really like tonight's show. So yeah. So anyways, that's it for my review of tonight's edition of SmackDown. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned tomorrow night for my Lucha Underground review. The Cueto Cup tournament still going on. Last week ended the first round of it, so we'll see what tomorrow brings on Lucha. So until that video tomorrow night, I'll see you all back tomorrow night. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all back tomorrow night. Bye.